All right. Yeah, let's see here. Welcome back. Sorry, I got a part two on this one. I just had a little interruption, so I'm back to it now. I think I'm just ready to start applying my datums. I already got datum A recognized, and datum B is this surface here. So I'm going to apply that one. Datum B is this one, and I just need to save this datum B. And sorry if there's a little extra noise here. I've got the new 3D printer fired up, and I'm just kind of doing some tests on it. So this one I'm going to end up just pulling above here. This is going to be datum B. Um, and I don't have any geometric controls to go with that. And so it's just, oh yeah, let me reopen my, sorry, I did close a couple files when I was doing some. So let me just open back up the PDF file for that number 4 so I can reference it, this one. The one we're trying to correct. Yeah, so I've got that. I just need to apply datum C because it doesn't exist in here. And so I'm adding that as the left side surface where those dimensions are being pulled from. So I'm going to add datum C just right here. Datum C. And that could be in the front view or it could be in the top view like I placed it. So that's good for me for right now. And then I'm just going to proceed to now that I've established my datums, let's go ahead and control uh, features of size or features from my datums here with what's applied here. So I need to control flatness of datum A, at least that surface. So I have a surface flatness to control the form here. So I'm going to push it out to 10,000. So I'll go ahead and put that one in. That's my surface flatness. Yep, this one. I'm going to just point to this. I know we could bundle it with the datum feature, but I think this is safe. And I'm looking for surface flatness. It looks like I used, I'll say no preset, which I think is position when it's not. But it's surface flatness and not a thousandths, but 10 thousandths. So, and this is, yeah, this, I'm not going to reference a datum here at all. No condition modifiers at all. This is just a flatness control. This is just expressing that I have two parallel planes that are 10 thousandths apart straddling this surface, and my surface has to uh, stay in that boundary or that envelope. And so I think we've explored that a few times already of what this is calling out. It's just establishing a form control of this surface, which this surface just also happens to be a datum feature surface. And so we have our datum feature symbol attached to that. So yes, they kind of work together, and I think we could bundle the signage together, but this is also my GD&T 101 is what I call it. Maybe I can't go wrong this way easier, where I can misapply a datum feature symbol onto a feature control frame, and so I might need to study that out a little bit. So that's one control. The next control is this particular surface. We need to control it with parallelism to B. So let's add this feature symbol. And as I'm controlling this surface, and I think when we think of parallelism, I think we're thinking, are we thinking form or are we thinking orientation? And this is where your GD&T wall chart should be hanging right by it. Mine's not here. Even mine should be more handy than it is. Oh, some of my fans just turned off on my printer. That should be a little quieter. I don't know. It's my cheat sheet. Keep it out. We're controlling parallelism on this surface. We are controlling orientation. Okay, good. I thought so. So not controlling flatness, we're controlling parallelism right there. I'm going to hold it to the same 10 thousandths. It's just going to be in relation to datum B, right? So it's parallel to datum B somewhere. Yep. Datum B is established. We're staying within a 10 thousandths tolerant zone. These two planes between that surface. Yeah, from datum B. So that's it. I think I'm okay on that. I'll escape that command. I'll just drag this up and it'll pull my extension line up like this. And I'll probably keep it in. Eventually, I'm going to have to clean this up. I think these are actually pretty good. So eventually, I'll probably put these to where they're at least like in line with each other. Something like this. Okay, so that's one. That's that. Got that being controlled. Let's do controls on this, on the position of the holes, right? That's my last control for GD&T. So let's go ahead and add a feature control frame to that particular dimension. I should have a grip here somewhere about midpoint right there. Double click. Let's go ahead and just no preset on this. It is a position tolerance, so that's good. I want the position to be controlled. Also to 10,000, so I'm gonna make this just a nice round number. Originally there was nothing, so I'm gonna hold that 10,000s positional tolerance. Oh, and then yeah, that's right. I changed my limit dimension to just a deviation type tolerance dimension, right? So I've got that going on. Make sure I have the 2x in front of it. I just need to double check that. And let's do that here. Yeah, I have 2x. Got my, this is all correct. I just need to say how I'm establishing these positions. So I'm going to say it's a diameter that I'm controlling here. So I need my diameter symbol, which your symbols are under here, are they? Oh yeah, they're in this. They're in the symbols library. Sorry, I just added one that I didn't want. Not that, but diameter is what I want. Let me minus both. Diameter, 10,000ths. I'm going to say at maximum material condition, which is where I can potentially gain my most bonus tolerance. So let's say maximum material condition. I'm going to be my axis is going to be perpendicular to datum A, and so I'm going to say datum A is my primary datum. Datum B is going to be I'm going to locate dimensions from datum B. So datum B is going to be affecting the location. And then since I have those two, I also have datum C where I'm pulling the other location dimensions from. So this I'm happier with as far as a positional GD&T, yeah, just a geometric control, position control. So I like that. Now I just need to determine, in order to locate this, which sizes are basic. And so this will be, and these are out to 3 decimal places, should be. So I'll just change one of these. I'm just going to change this one to a basic. And I need it to really be 3 decimal places to carry the same degree of accuracy. So I'll say okay on that. That's basic, locates the hole from datum C for this kind of control to then additionally be applied. So I'll just copy these properties and apply it to that one, which is also a locational control, and then apply it to this one from datum B at 3 decimal places as well. So those to me are the 3 locational dimensions that go with this in relation to A, B, C datums. This one, so I can bundle this one a little closer then. Maybe I'll just come in here, keep that where it is. I might try to create a little more space. I think I only need one overall dimension here. I think this one's going to stay. Those two I set, and those two, that's good. I'll leave that. Push that up a little, bring this away a little. I think I have some surface finish controls though as well, right? So I think I've addressed the dimensions that I would consider basic. I've added an additional datum. I just have some surface finish controls here. So for in the slot, every surface is really controlled. Here's where this surface appears as a line. 32. I think when we were doing this in class, I looked that up again. It's in chapter 10 on those numbers. I always like to reference it. It's not something, it would be something that if I did a lot of surface finishing call outs on my prints, I'd probably have, a similar chart than what's in our book. Google search this, but definitely having a chart set up. It's because once you start talking about classes of fits, maybe, which is in chapter 10, you have to consider surface finishes to help facilitate those classes of fit, I think. So is it after that? Yeah, there's fits. I could be wrong. Fits are right towards the end of the chapter, I think. I can't remember where surface finishes are. A little further, maybe? Oh, yeah, they're a little past this, the classes of fit. 32 is what this is called out. 32 is a high grade machine finish. Extremely fine feeds and cuts on lathe mill and shapers required, easily produced by centerline, cylindrical, and surface grinding. So, whereas the medium, you might see, my point is just to try to reiterate how many times we can that the higher the number on the finish is the coarser the finish, right? I've misspoken. I know in other videos I've said the exact reverse of that because it's hard to keep track of these numbering systems. And so this is the golf one. It's very fine when it's a low score, which doesn't help anybody that doesn't play golf, and I don't either actually. So anyway, low numbers, really high machine finishes, fine machine finishes. Coarser the number, higher the number, like 200s is the coarser the finish. So it's just micro inches of in some ways, if I can just remember, it's like a measurement of micro inches of the surface roughness. And so obviously the larger that measurement number would be is the coarser, and the finer that number would be is the or the lower that number would be is the finer readings I would have when I'm measuring micro inches. So if I could make a logical case for myself to remember, that would be it. It's actually kind of units of measurement. So the bigger the number, the larger the unit of measurement is. That might help me remember in the future too. But 32 is our target here. So it's actually a really fine finish on the inner. And it's actually these additional surfaces that are pointed out in the top. So that would be these surfaces down the length of the slot. So I'm going to apply those. And this is a legit way to do this. I don't have a better way. If I try to put it in here, I can't get to a surface to call it out in here without doing some kind of a hidden leader line type implication. But I think this is a clear that I'm pointing to the where the surface appears as an edge to designate its surface finish, and where this one appears as an edge as well, where I place that surface. So I think the only reason why this is just I don't have room to place them all right here. So I'll just go ahead and do kind of a similar fashion. Then I'm going to say, let's apply a surface finish. This surface here is going to be a little finer than that. 32 is our call out. 30, it says 32 to 16 in our book is kind of a high grade machine finish. So that's what I want there. And then I'm going to apply another one here. Do I have room to put it below? Yeah, I could probably reorient some stuff, but I'll just put it above kind of where it was. And it's going to be on its own leader line. That's fine. And just go ahead and double click that. And it's going to be the last I used, which is 32. So I'm going to say OK. And then I've got to make room for that so it doesn't fall off. So I'll bring this down. Bring this down a little more. You can bring these down in a way too. I don't have the material property set on this or a description, so I'm just leaving it generic, and I'm not going to worry about the this not being completely filled out on this particular part. Let's see. I need to add it. So that's not the only surface, it's this one as well. So just to add to the leader, let's just right click here and let's actually select it, right click. Oh yeah, maybe I have to select it first. Select, right click, hover, right click. Either way, I should be able just to right click this thing, get to add vertex leader here. So, and then on your command line, click on location. So this is the location of what you're pointing to first. I think it's just opposite of CAD. It's just the reverse way you select CAD maybe when you're adding leader. So there's my leader, and then I need to hook it to this. So I double click there. And that's how you can add a leader. So select where you're pointing at, then hook it to whichever one you want to, whichever leader you want it to hook to, if you have more than one. There's my surface finish of those 32, surface finish of that. Just need to fill out my sent to production and get my B-size title, and so I can reiterate that a little bit just for review, but here's how I'm entering the title. Yeah. Edit the sheet. I'd call it the name of the assignment. Because it's just a single part here. Sorry. What is this one? It's problem number 4, right? 4. for me to be the artist, or sorry, the artist or the drawn by is my own, the eye properties on the print or on the sheet. I am the, and I would finish this out last, right? I like to always write sent to production. This is 26 this year of what? 24th. Okay. It's pretty well filled out. So that's my part two. And then uh problem number 5 was done in one video, but it's like almost an hour.